Hello, it is Mac here, and today I'm going to talk about the Marksman Rifle in GTA 5 and GTA Online. Now, this is an episode in my series called GTA 5 Gun Guide, where we'll be going for all the weapons in GTA 5 and GTA Online, breaking out stats of weapons, talking about these weapons, and just giving general reviews of these weapons. So, the Marksman Rifle is a weapon manufactured by Von Fuhr, and it is featured in Grand Theft Auto 5, and it was introduced in the Last Team Standing update. It is based off the M39 EMR with a modified magazine, and it is unlocked after downloading the Last Team Standing update or completing the Polito score in GTA 5 for the enhanced version. The damage is 65 per shot, but keep in mind that this weapon, much like the heavy sniper, has a network damage multiplier of 1.39. Now, what this means is that if you're shooting at another player, it will deal 1.39 damage on top of the 65 damage that it does. So that means that the weapon will deal 90 damage if you're shooting at another player, meaning that if you're shooting at another player, it'll take 3 shots if they're below rank 60 and 4 shots if they're above rank 60. Now, the weapon also has a spread of 4.0, but keep in mind that this weapon, like the other snipers, gets a large bonus to accuracy whenever you're zooming in. So if you're hip firing, it's going to be 4.0, which is actually pretty good for a sniper. But you still don't want to be hip firing unless, you're very up close or you just don't like the scope on this weapon. Which, speaking of the scope of this weapon, you cannot take off the scope. So this weapon, you're going to have a scope on it, and you can't put an advanced scope on it. Just keep that in mind. So also the range of where the damage will fall off on this weapon is 250 meters. And it will stretch out all the way to 1,000 meters, which is actually pretty low for a sniper compared to the heavy sniper and sniper rifle, which those weapons have 1,500 meters. So Marksman Rifle, use it up close because that's where it's best, and it's actually overall a pretty good weapon. It doesn't have the best characteristics for shooting at long range, but if you're going to shoot at close range, it's very good. It's very good. Now, the attachments that you can put on this weapon are the grip, flashlight, suppressor, and scope, which is owned by default. So the scope, you cannot take off the scope, so you're going to have that sight. And if you don't like that sight, then you just probably don't want to use this weapon, or just hip fire with it, because you're going to have to use it, and you also can't zoom in with this weapon. So if you can't see an enemy at long range, then you're going to have to switch to another weapon, or just get closer. But also you can put a grip, flashlight, and suppressor. I usually just put on a grip and a suppressor. Flashlight, it doesn't really mean anything on a sniper. I can't really, get the flashlight to ever work, so that's why I just take that off. And the suppressor, you can put that on as well. It's actually pretty good for some of those stealth missions if you want a longer range sniper, but you also want a few follow-up shots. You can also put on an extended mag on this weapon, which is the only sniper that you can do that, and it will increase the rounds from 8 to 16. So overall, this weapon is pretty good. It's pretty good for PvP if you're not the best shot, because you can just hold down the trigger. Usually I'll just hold down the trigger instead of, having to keep pressing the trigger, because it doesn't really, the rounds per minute doesn't really change much, at least for my experience. So it's a very good weapon. Also, on last gen, and I'm pretty sure this is still the case on last gen, if you are on 360 or PS3, you can also move with this weapon. You can also do that on all the snipers on next gen. I'm not sure if they added that to last gen, so just let me know if they have. But if they haven't, this may be the only weapon where you could do that on last gen. But they may have actually added that to last gen, so just let me know if that's the case. If you want a, kind of a mix between an assault rifle and a sniper, this is actually a very good weapon that you want to use. And especially because you can get it at rank 1, it's actually a very good sniper. One thing I really like to use this weapon for is survivals. It's a very good sniper for survivals because for the early rounds, it will be a one-hit kill, but around round 3 or 4, it will start becoming a 2-hit kill, which can kind of make it a bit harder to use. And 2-hit kills are not very good for this weapon because it is a sniper. Even though you can hit those follow-up shots, if you're going up against an NPC, usually they'll just fall on the ground, and then you have to reposition your sights, which is not that good to make a follow-up shot. But usually they'll sometimes just bleed out, and if you get them in the chest, they usually will fall pretty easily. So overall, it's a very good weapon. But let me know your thoughts on this weapon in the comments. Do you think, it's a good weapon? Do you like it? Do you not? Also, if you'd like to go check out some more information on this weapon, there will be links in the description to the GTA Wiki and some other links to some stats on this weapon as well. Also, if you'd like to go check out last episode in this series, which was on the heavy sniper, then I'll have a link in the description, as well as to a playlist where you can go check out all the episodes in this series. So let me know your thoughts on this weapon in the comments. Hope you enjoy. Feedback's love, Christian. I'll see you guys in the next video.